Hi, Rafael. Welcome to the launch video for Java Interview Challenger, ACE Java Interviews by Mastering Fundamentals of Data Structures and Algorithms. I was wondering if you could just take a couple of minutes to talk about yourself and about your book.
Hello, Len. Very nice to be here. And I'm Rafael del Nero. I am a senior software engineer for MasterCard, and I help developers to overcome their career challenges. I'm also a mentor, and I have the Java Challenger interview book. And on this book, I teach the fundamentals of programming, and I also teach the interview style. So throughout my experience, I went through many types of interviews, and I collected the interviews that are being done now, and I described that in the book because it's extremely important for Java developers to know what's the rules of the game. Because if they don't know what are the rules of the game they are playing, it's impossible to win. So in the book, I explain all the interview styles, what are the rules of the game, and I also explain the fundamentals. So I explain about algorithms, data structures, I explain about algorithms techniques, and it's crucial for developers to know those fundamentals before going to a coding challenge, because if they don't know, for example, how to create a graph, if they don't know the algorithms of depth first search, for example, it's going to be difficult to tackle a code challenge. So they need to know those fundamentals. And in the book, I will also add the part with the system design content. So I'm working on that right now, but very soon I'm going to complete that content. And this content is very important because we need to know how to design a system. And that makes a big difference for developers' growth. So if you know how to design a system, if you know how to ask the right questions, that makes you a much better software engineer. And that's the thing I teach in the book, because the mindset nowadays is not about being a programmer, but it's about being a software engineer. A programmer only focus on the task, and that's it. A software engineer is different. A software engineer is curious. A software engineer is able to think about how to solve that problem in the most optimized way. And this book, Java Interview Challenger, will teach you to be a software engineer. And that's what the market wants. The market doesn't want a programmer anymore. The market wants a software engineer, someone who is able to connect the dots and solve problems effectively. And the only way to be a real software engineer is to be curious and is to master fundamentals. So this book has all the fundamentals you need to grow as a software engineer and to grow technically. And this content will help you so much, specifically for the interviews, because that's the game nowadays. So we're going to have the coding challenge and the system design interview. And you're going to learn what are the rules of the game. And by knowing the rules of the game, you can win the game. So get the book, because this is a knowledge that you can't put off on learning. You have to learn as soon as possible. So get the book as soon as possible. Start learning algorithms and system design, because those are fundamentals that are really difficult to grasp. And the sooner you start, the better for you to become a better software engineer. And another great and very powerful benefit of learning fundamentals is that by mastering fundamentals, you become a much quicker learner. So all the tools, frameworks, technologies, you're going to notice that when you learn and master fundamentals, you're going to notice that all of those technologies and all of those tools that you see every day, a new one being launched, you're going to see that, oh my God, they are just implementing the fundamentals. That makes you a much faster learner. So learn the fundamentals as quickly as possible. Get the book, because all the content are there, organized for you and structured. So start as soon as possible.
Thanks very much for that. That was a very perfect encapsulation of the book and what it's all about. And it's not, sort of, as it were, just sort of tips and tricks for sort of getting through an interview, but actually learning what you really need to know and how you need to approach things to be a really good Java software engineer. And that's how you get the job. So thank you very much, Rafael.
Thank you so much, Len.